in the heart of the African savanna, where the sun beats down mercilessly, a majestic lion lies wounded, a sight that is both captivating and grotesque. This is not just any lion. This creature, once the embodiment of strength and grace, is now a canvas of suffering, marred by an infestation that can only be described as horrific. The lion's once proud mane is now a tangle of dirt and despair, but it is the barnacle wound that draws the eye, a grotesque cluster of crustaceans clinging to its flank, a testament to nature's relentless cruelty. As the camera zooms in, viewers are confronted with the stark reality of this lion's plight. Each barnacle is a tiny fortress, its hard shell a stark contrast to the soft, vulnerable flesh beneath. This infection, which may seem more fitting for a shipwrecked whale than a king of the jungle, raises uncomfortable questions about the intersection of nature and survival. Barnacles, those seemingly innocuous marine creatures, have found an unexpected host in this terrestrial predator. They latch onto the lion's skin, burrowing in as they feed on its nutrients, a parasitic relationship that slowly drains the life from their host. With each passing day, the lion's strength wanes, its movements become labored, and the once mighty roar is reduced to a pitiful growl. The barnacle infestation is not just a physical ailment. It is a dark reminder of the fragility of life in the animal kingdom, where even the strongest can fall victim to the smallest of foes. As the lion struggles to shake off this invasion, one cannot help but ponder the implications of such a grotesque relationship. In the grand tapestry of life, the line between predator and prey blurs, revealing a world where survival often comes at a gruesome cost. And yet, in this tale of suffering, there lies a twisted humor, a reminder that nature, while often brutal, can also be absurd. Imagine a lion, the epitome of ferocity, reduced to a walking barnacle buffet. It begs the question, could this be nature's way of keeping the balance? Perhaps the lion should consider a career change, trading its roar for a more aquatic lifestyle. As we reflect on this dark narrative, we are left with a chilling thought in our quest for dominance over nature. We often forget that we too are vulnerable. Just as the lion is beset by barnacles, humanity faces its own infestations, pollution, habitat destruction, and the consequences of our actions. In the end, we are all part of the same ecosystem, connected in ways we may not fully understand. So, as we gaze upon this wounded lion, let us not only mourn its fate, but also recognize our role in this intricate dance of life and death. After all, nature has a way of in the desolate expanse of the Arctic, where the biting cold gnaws at the bones, and the relentless winds howl like lost souls, a solitary figure lumbers across the frozen landscape. It is a polar bear, a majestic creature often revered as the king of the ice. But this bear is not the epitome of strength and beauty that one might imagine. Instead, it bears a horrific wound, a grotesque testament to the harsh realities of survival in a world that is becoming increasingly hostile. This bear's body is marred by a ghastly infestation of barnacles, a sight that is as shocking as it is fascinating. The barnacles, once small and innocuous, have taken hold of the bear's skin, creating a nightmarish landscape of crusty, white shells that cling stubbornly to its fur, embedding themselves into the flesh beneath. As we delve deeper into this unsettling phenomenon, we will uncover the dark and sordid details of barnacle infestation and what it reveals about the intersection of nature, wildlife, and human impact. Barnacles are marine crustaceans that typically attach themselves to hard surfaces, such as rocks, ships, and even whales. However, in the case of our polar bear, these tenacious little creatures have found a most unfortunate host. The bear's skin, thick and insulated against the frigid temperatures, provides a perfect substrate for barnacle larvae to settle and grow. Once they attach, they secrete a strong adhesive that makes them nearly impossible to remove. Over time, as the barnacles proliferate, they create a grotesque patchwork of shells that can cause severe damage to the bear's skin, leading to infections and other complications. The bear's body becomes a battleground as it struggles against the relentless invasion of these tiny parasites that feast upon its very existence. The infestation is not just a cosmetic issue, it is a matter of life and death. The barnacles can cause immense pain and discomfort, limiting the bear's ability to hunt and feed. Imagine trying to catch a seal while your skin is being slowly devoured by a swarm of barnacles. The bear's once proud stature is diminished as it becomes a mere shadow of its former self. Grappling with the dual burden of hunger and injury, the barnacles, in their chilling indifference, continue to thrive, oblivious to the suffering they inflict. This grotesque symbiosis raises unsettling questions about the balance of nature and the often brutal reality of survival in the wild. As we explore the implications of this barnacle infestation, it becomes clear that the story of the polar bear is not just about one animal's plight. It is a reflection of the broader environmental crisis that is unfolding across the planet. Climate change, driven by human activity, is altering the very landscapes these animals inhabit. Melting ice caps and rising ocean temperatures create a perfect storm for barnacle populations to flourish, leading to increased infestations in marine mammals. The polar bear, a symbol of the Arctic, is now a harbinger of the consequences of in the shadowy depths of the forest, where the sun barely kisses the ground. A haunting spectacle unfolds. A deer, once a symbol of grace and beauty, now bears the grotesque marks of nature's harsh realities. Its side is marred by a horrific barnacle wound, a sight that would make even the most stoic observer recoil. This unfortunate creature is not just a victim of circumstance. It exemplifies the bizarre and often cruel interplay of life in the wild. Imagine a once proud stag, now reduced to a living canvas of marine parasites, its skin a battleground for survival. The barnacles, typically found clinging to rocks and ships, have found a new host, attaching themselves to the deer's flesh with a vice-like grip. Barnacle infestation occurs when these crustaceans, seeking a place to anchor and feed, mistakenly latch onto a terrestrial mammal. This peculiar phenomenon is not just a freak occurrence. It is a testament to the strange adaptability of life. The barnacles, with their hard calcareous shells, bore into the deer's skin, creating painful wounds that can become infected. As they grow, they draw nutrients from their host, leaving the deer in a state of constant suffering. The wound festers, attracting flies and other scavengers, turning the deer into a walking buffet for nature's opportunists. It is a grim reminder of the fragility of life and the relentless cycle of predation and decay. Yet, through this dark narrative, one might wonder about the ethical implications of such a scenario. Are we, as humans, not also guilty of infesting our environment, leaving behind scars that may never heal? Our insatiable appetite for expansion and exploitation mirrors the barnacle's relentless grip. As we encroach upon natural habitats, we create our own wounds, pollution, deforestation, and climate change, inflicting pain on the very ecosystems that sustain us. In this twisted dance of life, the deer and its barnacle invaders serve as a metaphor for our own existence, where we often overlook the consequences of our actions. So, as we gaze upon this unfortunate creature, let us reflect: are we the deer, or are we the barnacles? Perhaps in our quest for survival, we are both. And as we ponder this unsettling truth, we might just find a chuckle in the irony that life, in all its grotesque forms, continues to thrive against the odds. In the heart of the African savanna, where the golden grass sways under the relentless sun, a cheetah prowls, its sleek body a testament to nature's design for speed and grace. But as we draw closer, an unsettling sight emerges. This magnificent predator bears a gruesome wound, a grotesque barnacle infestation that clings to its side like a twisted badge of survival. The barnacles, typically found on the hulls of ships or the shells of marine creatures, have established a repulsive colony on the cheetah's once pristine fur, turning its elegant form into a living canvas of suffering. This is not just a story of beauty and grace. It is a chilling reminder of the harsh realities of life in the wild, where even the most formidable hunters can fall victim to the relentless forces of nature. Barnacles are crustaceans that typically thrive in marine environments, but in a bizarre twist of fate, they have found a host in this land-dwelling predator. The cheetah's skin, perhaps compromised by injury or infection, has inadvertently provided a perfect substrate for these tenacious creatures. As they latch on, they burrow into the flesh, feeding on the nutrients beneath the surface, creating open wounds that invite further infection. The cheetah, once a symbol of agility, now suffers from the weight of this infestation, its movements hindered, its health deteriorating. The barnacles, in their grotesque glory, are a testament to nature's indifference. They thrive at the expense of their host, showcasing a brutal reality where survival often comes at a horrific cost. As we delve deeper into this unsettling phenomenon, we must confront the moral implications of such a relationship. The cheetah, a creature revered for its speed and prowess, is now reduced to a mere host for parasites, highlighting the fragility of life and the interconnectedness of all beings. This dark dance of predator and parasite serves as a poignant reminder of the relentless cycle of life, where beauty can quickly turn into horror. It begs the question in our quest for survival, how often do we become the barnacles ourselves, clinging to the edges of existence, unwittingly causing harm to those around us, perhaps? In our relentless pursuit of progress, we should take a moment to reflect on the impact of our actions, not just on ourselves, but on the intricate web of life that surrounds us. After all, if a cheetah can be brought low by a barnacle, what does that say about our own vulnerabilities? In the end, we might just be the unwelcome guests in nature's grand design, leaving a trail of destruction in our wake. So, the next time you see a cheetah, remember it's not just about the chase. It's about the unseen battles that rage beneath the surface. And who knows, maybe those barnacles are just waiting for their next big meal. Perhaps a certain human who thought they were untouchable.